anyone who wants to compete with swimmer Emma Harvey will have to wake up pretty early in the morning. For while most of us are in the deepest of slumbers, Emma is deep in the throes of her first of 2 training sessions for the day. And while this sacrifice is more than most mere mortals can begin to fathom, for Emma, it's a small price to pay in order to be able to compete with the world's elite on the biggest of stages.
Because it's so physically demanding, you definitely have to make a lot of sacrifices in terms of your lifestyle. But everything's worth it, especially when you have a performance you've been training for so long. It makes everything worth it. But yeah, definitely the early mornings are always tough, but you kind of learn to love them over time, and it definitely brings a sense of fulfillment to your life when you're putting so much hard work into something.
Her love for competitive swimming began at the age of 5, and by the age of 7 it became apparent that Emma had the talent to go far in the sport.
I just enjoyed it so much, my parents could see that, so the swim teacher at the time recommended that I join club swimming, and I did, and yeah, the rest is history.
Throughout her teens, Emma represented the island internationally on multiple occasions, giving her the confidence and the ability to deal with pressure in her quest to reach the pinnacle of the sport. And while her young career has seen a number of ebbs and flows in the past, this year, the hard work and dedication seemed to be paying off. When she took silver and bronze at last summer's CAC Games in San Salvador, the 21-year-old became the only Bermudian athlete to medal more than once in this year's event. And beyond the hours of training, Emma believes it's the work she has done outside the pool that has made the difference this year.
I did a lot of work on my mental game. I started speaking to a sports psychologist, which made the world of difference for me. And I think, I didn't necessarily change anything in terms of my training, but just kind of having that mental edge. And, I had kind of one really good competition, which sort of, looking back on it now, isn't necessarily, my best times or anything, but just at the time it was really important for my confidence. It sort of just turned everything around. And then kind of from there, I just have sort of been building upon each previous competition, each previous meet, and just kind of carrying more and more confidence into every competition.
Another possible factor? Sibling rivalry. She and her brother Jack, who also happens to be an elite swimmer, train together 99% of the time, and with the help of a bit of friendly competition, the siblings push each other to be the best they can be.
Oh yeah, we're competitive for sure. I mean, we definitely each have our own strengths. He's definitely more distance oriented and I'm a lot more sprint oriented. Of course, he beats me at everything because he's a boy. But it's just great to be able to have little competitions like who can hold their breath the longest underwater, who can, get closer to their PBs at certain meets or certain stuff like that. But, it's always friendly, but it's definitely nice to have someone to push you all the time.
Both Emma and Jack are currently representing Bermuda in the Pan Am Games in Chile. And as co-flag bearer with cyclist Connor White, Emma is looking forward to doing her country and her family proud. Julie Matthews-Borchard for Bermuda Broadcasting News.